Hello and welcome, I'm Mar28, and this is Beyond Earth, my playthrough of Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. That is a terrible mouthful to say. That's Beyond Earth, we'll go with that. This is a brand new Civilization game that just came out today, as I'm recording this at 10:24. As a matter of fact, it came out about an hour ago. And I've got to be honest, I've been looking forward to this game for a very long time. I have been looking forward to it for so long that I'm actually stepping out of my comfort zone. Instead of doing just videos for Minecraft, my little derpy videos, I'm trying something new, and I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of this. For the purpose of this game, I really don't know too much, if any, about it. Most of my Civilization experiences have been from earlier versions. I have played Civ 5, I've got a basic working understanding of it, but I've not really played any of the expansions or anything, so if anything on this is built on that, I'm in trouble. I did, however, really like Alpha Centauri, which apparently this game is nothing like. At least I hope some theme elements are alike, but it's not supposed to be a sequel. So what we're going to do, we are going to go for a regular map, which is normal difficulty. We're going to go for a quick pace, just because I don't think a standard one would go so well for a video series. For map size, we're going to go ahead and stick with standard. Now, as to factions, I usually like to go for stuff that has a bonus to either trade or to a production. So that's looking like right off the bat, I'm either going to want the Pan-Asian Cooperative or Polystralia. Looking at some of the other things, there's really not anything here that is something that I'd really want. I mean, this one's not too bad. You gain tiles faster, so that's pretty good, actually. But tell you what, no, I'm going to go ahead and go with, let's go with Polystralia. Next, we also have to choose colonist, so it's not just who we are, it's who we're bringing with us, as well as further down along what we're bringing. So for every city, we can either have given a bonus to science, to food, to energy and health, production, or culture and health. I know one of the things that always bites me in the butt, so we're going to actually go towards refugees. We're taking advantage of the people fleeing Earth, and we're going to be putting them to trade. Just as good as slaves. Alright, so we can choose a spacecraft. We can get a continental surveyor. It reveals the coasts on maps, which would be kind of useful. Retrograde thrusters, a wider area for choosing where to land the first city and additional visibility surrounding the area. Possibly useful, not so much after the first city though. Tectonic scanner. No technology is needed to see petroleum, geothermal, and titanium resources. Fusion reactor, begin with 100 energy at standard speed. I'm guessing energy is actually used for like credits or gold or whatever. I'll tell you what, as an early boost, let's go for the tectonic scanner so we can at least know where good spots to set up cities are going to be. Before we get to the technology anyway. And then we can bring with us cargo. And we can either begin with the clinic building in our first city, begin with a soldier unit, begin with a worker unit, or begin with extra population in your first city. So that would actually allow us to create a settler quicker, but it's not necessarily useful. From what I've seen, I think beginning with pioneering technology is probably going to be the better bet here. Though having a worker right off is always fun. Alright, and now for the world types. We can either go for islands, a massive supercontinent, or continents. We could also do advanced, but I don't think I'm ready for that. So yeah, Terran is just like Earth. It's got continents. Protean is like Pangea style stuff, and then we have islands. I do like some of the island combat you can get in the other games, but I'm not sure how that would play here. Not to mention it might be a pain in the butt finding other players. Let's go for just a regular world Schultz and start. Here we go. We have our city landed, ready to go. I've not done anything yet. We just had a little bit of a hiccup there between loading up. We should be good to go though. To get started, we actually need to choose our first production for our city here, and I'm thinking that we're going to be going for a, let's see, soldier will be done in 6 turns, or worker in 7. I don't want to be here defenseless, so we're doing a soldier. And now this guy can actually come down here and explore after we choose a research. Alright, so we already have pioneering, which is good. That gives us the ability to make colonists, as well as to make trade convoys and trade vessels. It's good stuff. Let's check out where we actually are right now. We appear to be either on an island or a very small bit of land between two larger pieces. Can we get you to come down here now? Yeah, we're in a very odd spot. Alright, so we can go for engineering, physics, chemistry, genetics, ecology, or planetary survey. We'll need planetary survey because that lets us cross deep water. Considering the start we have right now, it's going to be important. Alright, next turn. Alright, so our guy's taking damage from miasma here. We want to get him off of there. Oh, geothermal's right there. That's good to know. Alien Manticore. We'll be leaving them alone. Alright, so I don't want to provoke those things, so I think if I leave them alone, they'll leave me alone. So we'll just tell them to come up top here. Alright, city growth. Okay, quests have been updated. That's what we have here. So we need to research pioneering. Oh, we've already done that. Alright, and then we need to build a colonist unit. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, we found a rescue pod, but there are some... Oh. No, we're going to leave them alone. You come back over this way. Okay, we need to choose production here. See, we have a worker ready in 7 turns, or we can have a colonist in 14. I think we're going to go ahead and make a worker, because we need to get some improvements set up here. Alright, somebody needs orders. So we do not want him to attack, he's not really worth it. How about, do you have, fortify? Just for now. Okay, soldiers, come over here. Alright, looks like we have somebody else making landfall. Arc. I really don't know what their shtick is, so we're just going to do goodbye. Alright, more growth. So it looks like we could take them, because we're going to get a flanking bonus. That would be bad. So next turn. They call themselves soldiers. Alright, we have discovered Farbase 1. Farbase 1 provides 2 energy and 2 science to any city that establishes a trade route. Only 1 city per colony may trade with each station at the same time. Interesting. Alright, and now these guys die. Oh, these guys have seen much better days. Alright, so you go over here and you guys come back to the city and fortify. Heal up. We have discovered Fort Barca. Fort Barca provides 2 energy and 2 production to any city that establishes a trade route. I can speak. Alright, so where is this? Oh, Farbase 1's right there. So Central is there, and I guess, yeah, we're nowhere near there. Okay, gained veterancy. So I'm assuming that means we can upgrade them. We'll take the discipline, and they'll come back here to heal as soon as they're ready. Alright, we found some stuff. We have culture. Firaxite. I wonder if that's any reference to Firaxis. Alright, there's also copper there. Titanium. Silica. That's, maybe it's not so bad. We need to develop a virtue. Oh, we have landing. Again, I don't know you, I don't want to know you for now. Alright, so we can go for might, prosperity, knowledge, and industry. Let's see what industry. Plus 10% production towards buildings. That's useful. Plus 10% food retained after city grows. That's also very useful. I usually don't go for the might stuff. I tend to favor knowledge and prosperity. Plus 10% science when healthy. Tell you what, let's see. I think right now this would be really useful. Alright. Four more industry virtues until next synergy bonus, plus 10% energy in every city. 5 more tier 1 virtues until next energy bonus. Choose one free virtue. No. How about knowledge? Then you get a bonus to culture. So you gain retain food and then you gain more food. So what are some of the higher tier ones we got here? Ecoscaping. Plus 1 food from every terrascape, plus 1 production, plus 1 culture. 25% less negative health. Superior engineering. Orbital units stay in orbit 50% longer before deorbiting. Each city generates plus 0.2 health for every building. Monomyth. Plus 7 culture for every great wonder. Earn extra science equal to 50% of the culture you generate. Ooh. That's actually pretty interesting. I like the top tier ones for this, but I'm not sure if that's going to be useful to me right now. This is the time for the awkward silence. Let's go for industry. Oh, okay, that was right click. Alright. So we still have... I think that's it? Yeah. Okay, let's close this out and let's go next turn. Tell you to fortify. Okay, that's still building. It's got 2 turns on the worker. I don't like how close they just landed. That is far too close for my comfort. Xenomass. See, there's petroleum there in the ocean. Yeah, this is my island, and they are encroaching greatly on my island. Well, this is my peninsula, and they're encroaching on my peninsula. Alright, so we have the worker. We can go ahead and make something else now. Alright. So we can make a clinic. It'll be ready in Old Earth Relic. Gains us extra culture, which would expand our borders. Or a trade depot. Let's see, plus science, plus health, plus culture. Let's go for the trade depot. Alright, you're not who we want. We want the worker. Alright, so right here we can make a plantation, and here we can make a farm, or at least it suggests that we make a farm there, since it's currently grassland and this is hills. Alright, so make a farm. What was that? Alright, and we still don't know you either.
All planets possess inherent value, and establishing the exact dollar value of the property should be a priority.
Alright. So now we can make work barges, which are good, and we can embark and cross deep water. Yeah, water. So let's actually choose any research. So we still haven't branched out any like the others have. No, let's go for genetics. And stop focusing me on them. Alright, more population growth. Alright, so far it's pretty slow. We've not actually run into many bugs beyond those first pack. Alright, and we apparently updated a quest. Alright, several new ventures wish to establish their operation near our territory. They provide different services that may be useful to us. Step mining provides 4 production to any city that establishes a trade route. Golden Bell Temple provides 1 food, 1 energy, and 2 culture to any city that provides a trade route. Which venue would you like to approve? So, how exactly... Oh. How exactly do you do that? Alright. Let's see what we have here. When in doubt, let's see, quest victories, upgrade units, covert ops, virtues, diplomacy. Yeah, so no, this is just for the other players. Tell you what, we're going to ignore that for now since I am missing something. I'll probably pick it up later though. So we have this guy right here, he's doing good. We're going to come over, let's make this a plantation, I suppose. Explorer guys, you can come down here. No, 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 no war, just come. Oh, there we go. We're going to go ahead and go with the mining for now, since we're in an area that's got a lot of foodstuffs, but not necessarily a lot of production. Alright, and next turn. And it is the Slavic Federation. Go away. Alright, so go ahead and make a plantation here. How are we doing on production here? It is done, actually. So we can make an Old Earth Relic in 2 turns. However, it might be of... Let's see, trade unit. Use it to establish trade routes by land between your cities and other cities or outposts or stations. We should actually make one of those. Oh, look at that, they're going over water. And I'm on another boat, that's funny. Achievement get. Alright, so we have some floatstone right here, I think that's what's called. Alright, so I can't go this way because it is basically a mountain, and I don't want to go through them because that'd be war. Okay, trade convoy, you are coming down to... Alright, sponsor name. Okay. Maybe not. I think I need the trade depot first. That might have been a stupid mistake. No, I built that. Must be protected by military units, and, well... Whoa, okay. Information overload. So yeah, I think I was good choosing for the production bonus because this is a lot of food stuff, but not necessarily the, Alright, let's go ahead and get a clinic. After that, we'll go for a colonist. I guess I can't do anything for that yet. Probably need a road. Alright. For now, just do me a favor and do nothing. Alright, construct a road. Route 2. We have discovered Red Sun. It's a very satisfactory little sound there. Alright, should we put it to production or trade? Let's see what we say here. We can earn +1 production from trade depots or +1 energy from trade depots. Let's go for... I think in the long run, let's actually go for energy. Okay, a unit needs orders. I imagine that would be you, right? Where'd you go here? Tell you what, actually just go to sleep.
You go to war with the soldiers you have. Make sure those are the soldiers you want.
That is one heck of a name. Holy... Alright, continue. We also need to choose a new research now. And thanks to that, we have a few other options to us. We can go for cognition, which is the academy. Let's see, and neurolabs. Requires level 4 in supremacy. I'm not sure if I want to go the supremacy route. Not very fond of the Borg. So, genetic mapping unlocks Gene Vault Wonder. Let's go for, not that. Alien Sciences. Xenomass Well. Tile improvements work by work units on Xenomass resources. Adds Xenomass quantity to your... And this is a harmony tree, it looks like. Yeah. Alright, so I do want to go for the, where to go? I do want to go for this eventually, though for right now, what I'm going to do, we are going to go for over here towards engineering. Because that'll get us the, yeah, we're going for engineering. I don't like the city that's on our doorstep. Thought I told you to, route 2. Ah, you can only, okay, that would make sense. Just everybody's coming down on the planet now. Goodbye. Go ahead and make a plantation. Oh, and this guy is slowly being poisoned to death because he is a derp. Alien sea dragon. That is just terrifying. Is this all miasma, or did I just move him to the one spot? Yeah. Alright, we're actually not near a marsh. Let's go for the old Earth relic for expanding our territory a little bit. And get you off of the freaking miasma patch, please. Say basalt and titanium and silica. They got a nice little spot down there, don't they? Ooh, resource spot. Let's see, a cooperation agreement. For now, let's go ahead and work together. Alright, and I want to I need to turn that off so it doesn't zoom to the other side immediately. Next turn, go there. Ooh, we got a satellite. Alright, so we have a... let's see. Choose production. We have that already, so we can go ahead and get started. Let's actually make a... how's health? Let's pull up the menu here. Does it have a rating? It's 1. I'm assuming that's good? Or... so this would be the equivalent of happiness from the previous ones. So we have a bonus difficulty from the cities, and then we lose because of the number of cities, and then because of the population. Alright, so yeah. So it is important to get the health up. Choose production. Let's go for the Pharma Lab. And make a road there when you're done. Oh, that's you. Alright, and just come on down further south. Ready to launch. I honestly don't know what this thing is, so for now we're just going to tell it to go to sleep. Alright, so she wants to make a trade. Alright, so they want to trade open borders for 25 turns. Yeah, we'll do that. Little do they know there's nothing over here to go to. Alright, a unit needs orders. Oh, you're in a bad spot. Oh, this is all miasma. Crash satellite. We'll be going there, actually. You can embark. Why didn't you go in the water? Alright, worker. Build roads all the place. Okay, we can develop a virtue now. So we can't... I don't think we can get this one until we get the one right here, which is +5 energy in the capital city. We could get a bonus towards workers. I wonder if we could branch off and do multiple virtues. That's actually an interesting question. So we can go for scalable infrastructure, which is faster wonder production. Or we can go for the central planning. I think maybe we'll hold off on that till a little bit later, because that'll give us a bonus to stuff that's already been built in the central, in the capital. I don't know if it means now or total. So we'll go for energy. No, I clicked no, that was stupid. Tell you what, let's see if this works. We'll go for, let's go for prosperity. So you can branch out. Oh, that's interesting. So I have industry and prosperity. Okay. So we can construct an expedition here. Go ahead and do that. They should get started. Hopefully they don't get eaten by some sort of alien creature.
Instruct the children not to dream of toys or sweets. Instruct them to dream of infrastructure.
That's kind of creepy. Alright, so we have our setup here. Let's go ahead and turn this into, say, it's Fungus, Forest, Plains, Hill. I would think one of those would be mutually exclusive. Okay, choose research. Oop, wrong way. So I really don't want to go for the supremacy stuff, but I think I still might need to choose some of it. Defense grid. City defense +10, city hit points +10. Panopticon. All military units receive +1 sight. Let's see. Carrier. Support unit has no attack building of its own. It is troop transport. Ally Foundry requires a workable, improved source of titanium. So that's of no use for me at the moment. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we're going to go for genetic mapping. And I tell you what, actually, I think this is going to be it for this first episode of Beyond Earth. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching if you stuck through this long, and if you would have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message below, and have a good day.